Welcome to my stream. All right. So I'm going to get started because I only have about an hour. We have another stream thing that we have to be guests on at 10 o'clock, and I'd like to have a little bit of downtime between this and then. So I really can't take much more than an hour because yeah. So what I've decided, I was thinking about this, and originally when I was putting in the bullets yesterday, I I was like, well, I don't know that I want them to wrap around. Let's not make them wrap around. Let's just have them hit the screen and end and just die, right? Then I realized if you're not shooting in advance of yourself, that oh, hi Star. If you're not shooting in advance of yourself, then that means you can totally just mess everything up by like just changing from one side of the screen to the other and just smashing into an asteroid. Epic Rampage, the whole Justin Bieber thing, that does not count as an actual game. Just to put that out there, there's no part of that was actually a game. The answers didn't actually make a difference. It didn't respond to your input in a game-like fashion. It was just a horror disguised as a game. Yeah, exactly, Tim. It does not count. All right, so inside of the code here, this draw partner script, all it basically, um, for the bullet, no wait, what am I doing? Right, because I'm changing the bullet so that the bullet doesn't end when it hits the edge of the screen. It ends at a certain time, which I'll have to figure that out. But for right now, the first thing that needs to happen is I put this code in here for on became invisible, which is the weirdest grammar ever. But I guess it's as soon as it became invisible. Um, um, this has to go away because I don't want to destroy the bullet when it disappears anymore. Um, but if you were going to have a set screen like this and you wanted to have stuff that reached the edge of it, if it's going to continue to go, you should destroy it. Otherwise, the game is working on a bunch of stuff that it doesn't need to be working on, basically. All right, so I'll delete this entire section. Bloop. That's over. And then I need to take this beam me up stuff, which is exactly the same code we use for the ship, and add it to the bullet. But Calvin tells me that's something that I should be doing inside of Unity. Here's the bullet. I should be able to just add the component of not a new script, but an existing script, which was called Beam Me Up. Oh, there, yep, it appeared right away. There's Beam Me Up. So that should now be in here. If I hit play, this might do something. We'll find out. It'll shoot the bullet endlessly because now it's not designed to... Oh, no, where's the bullets? Why no bullets? Alright, I did something wrong.
Look inside of your draw partner script.
Oh, I didn't pull up there. I was clicking on it. It made this flash when it made it come up.
Beam me up. Go to. You took that out.
Yeah.
You didn't save it.
Oh, I didn't save. That would help if I saved it. Now this is saved. Now it should be good. There should be a few programmers here. Yeah, Epic Rampage. Calvin is one, if you have a specific question. But a bunch of other people are also hanging out who've been programming for a good handful of years. So yeah. Hmm. Right. Interesting. Let's get this going. Sorry, I was just looking at the internet for a minute. Look at all those hands raising. Oh, okay. Here we go. Yep, there it is. Oh, this should be fun. I'm not going to delete any of these. Holy cow. Ooh, it's chaos. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is set a lifespan for the guns. Oh, this is really pretty, actually. I'm doing art. But there's going to be like a cool zigzag pattern happening all the way across the screen now, eventually.
The balls are bouncing off each other, aren't they?
Oh, geez, yeah, they are. I was wondering why it was degrading so much.
Yeah, it's because they're physics objects.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, huh?
That's crazy. Look at them bounce.
They bounce off of you too, if you notice that.
Yeah.
Oh, no, do they? Oh,
They
they're
shouldn't.
not.
No, they
can't,
shouldn't.
so
They
go
can't.
there, right.
Yeah, we changed that. Hello, Noctimore. And Redemption.
They lose like
Greetings.
velocity and
I'm making a mess. Oh, there's the CodeVenture time pop-up. All right. Okay, so Calvin, is this something that I need to solve by myself?
I think you should.
Pandumic, welcome. I am attempting to actually fix a problem with my bullets.
If you need to walk through thinking about it, I'm here to talk to you.
The whole internet is here for me to talk to. It's kind of powerful.
Right.
But yes, if I need your help, you'll probably hear it in the desperation of my voice.
Right.
I am going to be talking aloud though because I'm on stream and I also think it might help me think. All right, so inside the bullet is where I'm going to need to change the code for its behavior once it's been summoned magically by the ship with this instantiate code that I did yesterday. So I need to determine its lifespan here. I've already used the delete thing. I'm curious if there's, I know there's a way to tell time because there's the time.delta time stuff and things like that. So I need to find out how to make a timer in Unity. Am I on the right track, Calvin?
Sure.
Sure. Okay. Oops.
You're gonna make a timer. Oh, don't do it that way. You have all the things you need to do it.
I thought maybe there was like a special piece of
Yeah, but
code
this'll
for
give
it
you
that
a-
I need.
No,
Do I have everything I need to do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Good
know
to know.
everything.
Good enough. Okay.
What do you know about time in Unity?
There's two different kinds of time. There's delta time and the other one.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, there's the update and there's fixed updates.
Yeah, update, and then there's time.delta time.
No. Update is a function that gets called. And
Okay.
time.delta time is the time between updates being called. So
How do I find out how old an object is? Is that what I need to know?
No, there's no such thing as that. You're gonna have to use other stuff that you know. You've got everything. You know everything you need to do this. So you don't need to look up anything. You just have to think about solving this particular problem. So what do you know?
I know they get called into existence.
Okay.
Right? That they are a game object,
Uh-huh.
and that they have a vector.
Okay, none of that sounds useful for.
They use relative force with a rigid body.
No, that's not. I'm talking more about the time stuff.
I don't know much about the time stuff. It's kind of like mystery magic stuff.
All right. Well, then do a lookup on time.delta time for Unity. If you don't know enough about it, do some research
Okie dokie.
on that particular thing. I was saying that because I thought you knew what it was.
My brain's great. I just Googled CodeVenture time. Oh, sweet! The first few things that pop up are all me. They're all CodeVenture stuff from us. It's good to know that I came up with something randomly that's actually very unique. All right, that's not what I meant. Wow, that's not the time that I was looking for. It's a different time entirely. It's not Time Warner Cable. Okay, Google.
Unity.
Relax.
Unity times by delta time.
Delta time unity. Docs scripting time.delta time. Oh, no, Epigram page, you're totally, any kind of educational, like, here's how I'm learning how to program stuff, feel free to share that. I'm very happy, I'm very happy to promote people promoting other programming stuff as well as other indie devs. If you have a link to an indie game that you really like, you can share it, as long as it's not like spamming things and you're respectful of everybody, then there's no problem. Okay, description of delta time. I am thirsty. Calvin, can you make soda?
Mm-hmm.
I would love some soda. After you're done cleaning your cat's eyeballs. Super goop. Yeah. The time in seconds that it took to complete the last frame.
So that's interesting. What is it output as?
It is read only.
Uh-huh. And what kind of type is it?
It's a float.
Okay.
Called delta time.
All right.
So it's time dot delta time.
Uh-huh.
So what does the time part of that function do? I need to find out if that's important.
I don't think that's necessary.
Interface to get time information from Unity.
Right. So you're going to use that delta time. That's definitely very usable. It's a float.
So I can just, so it's going to be calling the script immediately once I start using it. So maybe it's something like, oops. Time.delta time. But it's not like it goes 1, 2, 3.
Right, it doesn't count.
Oh.
How are you going to make it count?
Okay. Does that ever equal 1? What is its value?
It's usually around like 0.0. It's a fraction of a second between frame updates. So but its value doesn't matter.
I don't know how
You
to.
just need to know that it's an amount of a fraction of a second.
Right.
That's what you need to do. What you need to do is count. Use this to count. How do you count something up?
Time.delta time plus time.delta time?
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
But that doesn't make any sense.
No, but plusing, it might work. What are you going to add it to?
I really don't know. Hey guys, do you have any hints?
No,
What I'm
no,
looking
no,
for?
no,
Calvin's
no.
not giving me any information.
No,
Come on,
don't
it's okay.
help her.
He doesn't mind.
Don't help her.
Oh.
Think about it.
Hi, Nakamura. Yeah, I did the art and some of the design stuff for Legend of Dungeon, and Calvin does the programming and some of the design stuff and a little bit of the art for Legend of Dungeon. And I'm like, damn it, I want to learn how to program. So.
Okay, so what does it output?
It outputs time.
No, well, yeah. When I ask that, I mean like, what kind of thing is it?
It's a float.
Okay, so.
The extent that I understand about floats is that you mark a float as a float, and that it acts like a number, kind of.
Have you ever done counting before?
Not counting, no.
Well, you do kinds of counting.
I do math. I don't know that I
Think
really do
about-
counting
think about
though.
animation. How do you do animation?
What do you mean? What animation?
Like,
You mean the relative force?
you've done animation stuff.
Where?
You're not doing
What
it
do
so much
you mean
here.
art animation?
No.
Sorta.
I mean, like, you've done when you move those spheres around. Do you remember moving the spheres?
You mean the first type of motion that I did?
Yeah. Do you remember using potato?
Vaguely.
When you're doing that, you're to move it, you're using that vector. You remember called potato, and you kept on every frame adding to one of its directions.
Oh, I would just say time dot delta time equals time dot delta time plus.
You can't read time to
Blank.
time is read only.
So I need to create a function that does the same thing.
I don't think a function's gonna help you.
Can you make a float equal an equation?
You can make a float equal a value. Alex, you can make floats equal any numerical value.
So can I say this float equals time dot delta time plus? Okay, here's another question.
Mhm.
There was this other thing that you talked about and you showed me and we did, which was figuring out, I can't remember the name of it, I have to look it up somewhere, but you go, okay, this is the thing here and this is measuring its distance from the vector.
Yeah, you don't need any of that.
So couldn't I just define an amount of distance it can go before it stops? Screw time, can't I go by length?
You could.
Is that bad?
I want you to learn this. You can get this.
A camera's broke. Uh-oh. It fell and is showing you all of my cards from PAX.
I got this. You think about your thing.
Now it's too high.
I'm working on it. You gotta get it locked in place first. Then we'll fix it this way.
Yep. There you go. Thanks, Tim.
All right.
All right. So screen.
That's an interesting solution, and I think you should do that next. But you should
Next,
do it-
wait, I have to do both?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. So
So you're getting right
each
there.
update
Mm-hmm.
is because something's going to happen. I'm going to define a float named be gone.
Okay.
And it's going to,
You gotta. You can't just do that. There you go.
it's going to be called
All right. So you.
I don't know that I need an if statement. It's not an if, it's just something that's going to happen each update.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Be gone equals time dot delta time plus 1.
No, that's not gonna help you. So that would what's time dot delta time? It's like a value of like 0.1.
Plus, yeah, I'm
Plus
basically
1.
adding 1
So that
to
now
each
every
time.
update, begone is going to equal 1.1.
Right. Yeah, I'm not done yet. This is the first line.
Why are you doing the plus 1?
Wait, oh, I can't use time dot delta time at all then.
Why not?
No, hold on, wait.
What are you trying to
Plus, it needs to be a different variable that is time be gone plus 1. So maybe I might be wrong with what I'm doing. But this is my thought process. I'm sorry, I can't explain what it is I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to do it. Add me up, baby.
Why are you making another variable?
Because I can't write to time dot delta time.
No, of course not. You're writing to be gone.
Right. But I wanted to I don't see why I need to use time to delta time at all. Honestly, if I'm using update.
Because otherwise, update happens and it causes like hold on, sorry.
Oh,
So the thing is, the update could be happening at 1 billion times a second. Or it could be happening less than 1 time a second, depending on your frame rate.
Or it's frame rate dependent, basically.
Right.
Whereas
and time.delta is
time
not. So that's what you want to use.
Okay, begun equals time.delta time. I don't see why I'm doing that right now. Then hold on.
That's your seconds. That's the time that's elapsed. You want to add that to a counting system. You want to count up.
Right. Right, exactly, which is
You're
why
so
I wanted a
close to
second
this.
float.
What do you need the second float for?
So that I can add.
What's the value of the second float?
The second float's value is going to be gone.
Okay. Why don't you just use begone then?
Because I need to alter begone's value and have add me a baby remember it for the next time.
You can use begone on the other side of that equation just fine.
I can.
No one. Why do you don't need that one there. Don't need that one. Why would you add a 1 to it? You've got a value.
Calvin, okay, here's what is happening, all right? I'm trying to figure this out. You're telling me I'm doing it wrong, and then you're questioning me and totally not helping. I don't know what I'm doing. Obviously, I'm trying to figure something out, and you're stopping me from doing it this way.
Okay.
Either I need you to tell me, point me in the right direction instead of just being like, stop, no, you're not doing it, stop, no, stop, kind of thing.
I'm just asking why. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's go over this.
Help would be nicer than inquisition.
Okay. I'm trying. Eventually, you want to do it, right? That says
if this number has been reached, disappear,
right.
kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay. So this if statement to check this number, this is a value that every frame, every render, every update, you're going to increase its value.
Right.
So you got a bucket.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And we're taking rocks, and every frame we're putting a rock into it.
And once the bucket gets heavy enough, it rings the bell. And
so you have a bucket. It's full of rocks.
Yes.
Okay. Let's say you've been doing this calculation. How much of a rock are you going to put into it? You're going to put into it the amount of time.delta time, right?
You're saying time.delta time is the rock. Yes.
Right? Okay. And you want to put that into that every time. But you don't want to, if you make, let's say, the begone.float equal the time.delta time every update, that's not going to help.
It's not going to change
anything. It's not going to increase.
You're just staring at the same rock in the bucket every time.
So there's a way to increase it. You want to take the value that's in here and do addition.
Right.
And then fill that value of the addition into the bucket.
Right.
That's what you want.
That's what I thought I was doing. You're telling me that I was not doing it right. So I'm confused.
I was confused as to why you put a +1 in there.
Because I'm not sure how else to increase the number.
The thing that you're increasing
Okay.
is time.delta time. You are increasing by that amount, not by 1. The time.delta times value.
Okay,
That's your
I
rock,
call.
remember?
Okay, I see.
You don't want to put in a rock plus this other pile of rocks, right?
So it should be time.delta time plus time.delta time.
No, that means that every update, you're basically begone is going to equal time.delta time times 2. That's not useful.
Not in and of itself. That's the start. Is there a single line of code that I can put in here that I just don't understand?
Yeah.
That's why you're fighting me so much, because you don't want me to put in all this extra code in
No.
order to make it work?
What you're doing, that thing, time.delta time plus time.delta time, is not going to help you
That's
at
not
all.
what I wanted to do originally at all. I'm
What do
trying
you
to figure
wanna
out
do
what you want me to do.
What do you want to do originally?
I was going to make a second float and have the second float equal time.delta time plus a little bit, and then save that float out and have begun equal the new float.
But if you do
Or not begun equal the new float, and have what?
if
but
you do
do
that,
what?
Begon will equal that amount every frame, and it won't increase.
I'm getting that point though. Like, but if there's a single line of code, if there's no smart way to do this, I would like to know how.
Okay. So,
If it doesn't involve a second float and it's just begun
try it.
with time at what function am I calling in order to make this happen? Or what is the,
So your first loop through.
okay,
Let's say let's talk about this outside of programming for a second.
okay.
We've got,
Can you not be over there so that I'm like turning around constantly?
bucket,
Yes.
Begon.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
It has no value.
Right. It's just an empty bucket right now.
First loop through. We add in a rock that is time.delta time.
Mhm.
Great. Now we have that value.
Right. And now every loop through, it's just going to be that currently.
Right. So
Right.
next loop through, we have time.delta time, and we put that into it. What if we wanted to just put another into it?
Instead of taking the same rock out and putting it back in.
Yeah, instead of dumping out that bucket and then putting new rocks in it, dumping out that bucket and putting new rocks in it. What if, instead of dumping that out, we had another bucket, and we dump those into there, and then we take time.delta time and the other one into it.
That's what I was going to do.
Except that you don't need another bucket.
You don't need two
Because now in
buckets for that?
programming, you can put this one over here too, and then dump them both into it.
How would I write that?
Well, how would you take time.delta time and bucket and make it one value? That's addition.
So begun equals time.delta time plus begun?
Think about what that would do. What?
Would begun hold its float over every time though?
Yep, because it's out here, not in here.
So the first time it's going to start with a value of 0.
Mm-hmm.
Epic Grid Page. That's a really good question. We do currently live off of the money we made from Legend of Dungeon. That's not rude to ask. That's a totally legit thing to wonder.
We're actually using the funding from the money from Legend of Dungeon to fund our next big game.
We're making a new game. We actually are capable. We are capable of not only feeding ourselves and our cats, but being able to pay for a little bit of help, or a lot of help sometimes, which is amazing. This is the first time ever. It took us about 7 years to get to the point where we can actually live off of anything. Legend of Dungeon was the turning point. Before that, for 2 years, we were actually living in a treehouse. And I will tell you right now, it has not that much to do with luck. It has to do a lot with correct. We brought our new game to PAX. It is called Upsilon Circuit. Calvin, can you toss some links to it in there?
But you've got to focus back on what you're
I'm
doing.
gonna
'cause
save
you guys
this
are so
out.
close. You're so close to things.
I am really close.
You got to think about what you're doing. Understand. I want you to make sure you understand what you've done.
I totally do.
Okay.
My problem, though, now is that this time.delta time is not quantifiable to me.
Okay.
I don't have an if it equals 1 kind of thing.
It almost never equals 1.
Right.
It's always a changing number.
Right, I know, but it adds up. That's what I'm saying. It's a.
It doesn't add up. It just is a different amount each time. It is the amount of time between updates, right?
In my equation, it is adding up.
No, it's not.
Begon's
adding.
Well, yes. Yeah, the time.delta time that is unquantifiable is slowly piling up.
1 second has passed, Begon will equal 1.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, think about it. What is time dot delta time is the amount of time in seconds between frames.
So when it equals 1, it's actually 1 second. Oh, okay.
You get why? You gotta understand why.
Oh, thanks, Noctimore. Calvin was too slow.
I'm busy doing a million other things.
No, it's cool. Thank you for the help, Calvin. Sorry if I got frustrated with you. I was just like, basically, this is what I was trying to do with the second float.
But you don't need a second.
No, I understand that now. I appreciate you walking me through it because
I feel like if you put the second float in, you just get confused somewhere.
that is also possible.
That's why I was trying to get you.
No, I understand. I was just getting frustrated because I couldn't finish my thought stream, you know? So, it was bleh, a little bit. All right. Begun equals time dot delta time plus begun. If begun is begun, it's a float, but I don't need to say F behind it because it's already been.
That's for when you're declaring numbers as floats.
Right, okay.
That don't have decimal points that let you know. Yes, yeah, you know.
Yeah, Quack, it is more than just online only. It's you'd be lucky if you get a chance to play ever kind of thing. I'd love to tell you more about it at some later date. I'm programming right now.
Focus.
If begun is greater than 1, delete. No, not delete. Destroy. Exterminate. It's too bad that it isn't exterminate. I would love to say exterminate. I could do that actually. I could create a new function.
Yeah, you could do that.
I could rename it, basically. I could rename it exterminate. Am I doing something stylistically that's totally bad?
No, you're fine. Just keep going.
Initialize it. Good coding style? What does that mean?
Don't worry about that.
I'm curious. I'd like to know how to do it
They're
properly.
having a different
eventually.
conversation.
Oh.
You can't just destroy. What's destroy?
Oh, right. Game object.
No, you got. What's destroy? There you go.
Function.
Mm-hmm. And it's not the capital class. It's the lowercase object, right? Okay. Save and action. Let's see if this works. Well, I'm glad that the game idea is something that you're looking forward to. It should be pretty fun.
Test it.
Drive
me crazy.
Yeah, there they are. They don't last long enough. But there they are.
That's easy to fix.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's tweak the time a little and see how that is. Yeah, it's Obsolete Circuit kind of spawned from not just I should say, Calvin and I both seriously super duper enjoyed and still do enjoy watching people playing Legend of Dungeon. We wanted to make a game we could watch. We also had been talking about how we wanted to make a game that was more permadeath than Legend of Dungeon. Because, hey, Humps, hey, get your butt out of my cat's face. Your cat is weird. Like, back kicks instead of normal cat behavior. Hey, need more loot? Good to see you. And Oddbot. All the lovely people.
So what's next on your list?
On my list, it's test and see if the bullet shooting goes properly. I think it's making asteroids. I think that's next. Is there something I'm forgetting about the ship?
Sounds good. Let's do it.
What about, here's a question. Do I want to set the fire speed? Can I make it so that you can't press it super fast?
You could. How would you do that? You want to do that? You think that's necessary?
I don't know. I guess that's a balance thing.
We can do that later. Let's get the basics working first. That looks really good.
This is turning, I mean, obviously it's just a sphere right now on blackness. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that.
Okay.
Fireworks.
All right. Let's
Okay.
do some asteroids.
Yeah,
Right.
we're gonna make new object, right?
Yeah. How do you want the asteroids to look? How do you want them to work?
Let's talk about asteroids.
Let's talk about
How do you want to do it?
they need to, they need to be able to come into existence off screen,
Mm-hmm.
but still be behaving the same with the same wraparound commands as everything else.
Shouldn't be hard.
Which should be okay, I think.
Yep, we can figure that out.
And they need to be big and not so big and small, and then disappear with a percentage chance or something, or definite, guaranteed
Is it okay
amount
if
of.
How's eating your instructions?
Hans, are you eating my Lego bullets? What? I think we might just need to have at some point I'm going to go through all of these videos and just cut out all of the obnoxious things that Hobbs has done while I'm streaming.
You're gonna be coding for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's like me coding and then Hobbs misbehaving for like an hour.
All right. So, okay. So look at me. Thanks.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's say we make the asteroids also spheres, just to add to the confusion.
Can we make them cubes?
We can make them.
At least for right now.
All right.
so that it's not total chaos.
Uh,
Later I'll make 2D art for all of this. Or should I make 3D art for all of this?
or you can just decide that it's not worth putting more work into.
But I want to sell it on the App Store.
Oh my God.
No,
So
not
listen,
really.
So cubes, okay? So we make a cube, all right? And what we could do, actually, how do you want to do this? Maybe I should let
What
you
do you
figure this
mean?
out.
How do I want to do what?
Do you know
What portion
enough
of
to
it?
figure out how to make the, how do you want to make the asteroids work?
Well, here's one
Don't worry
thing that I
about them.
don't know how to do.
Mhm.
Right now, inside of the ship code is the
Keep talking.
okay.
The ship code. Inside the ship code.
Inside the ship code is where we call the bullets.
Okay.
Where would I put the code to because you mispronounce it, I can't pronounce it properly.
So let's not worry about.
Instantiate
Let's not worry about.
that.
Okay,
Oh.
go. No, maybe you do want to worry about that. Where do you put the code to instantiate?
Where do I put the code to instantiate the asteroids? Since they don't really have a home. What are you doing?
No, you don't. I'm taking care of Hobbs. I'm not distractible. You are.
Okay.
Just keep thinking about coding.
Where do you put the code for it? What do you mean? What do you want to do? Are we talking about
I'm
making the
making-
asteroids appear off the screen?
Yeah.
Let's not worry about that
code
yet.
Okay.
Let's worry about the putting an asteroid out here and making it break up into smaller
So
asteroids.
just a cube that breaks into smaller cubes.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
How do you think you want to do that?
It sounds like I should be creating a prefab
Okay.
that upon getting its collider hit by
A bullet.
bullets,
Mhm.
specifically bullets, in asteroids, the asteroids bounce off each other or do they go through
They'll
each
do
other?
that. Don't worry about
They
that.
might even do both.
Sure.
We could figure that out.
Okay.
That'd be good to learn to code both ways.
So, bullet hits
Um,
it. And then what happens?
And then if a bullet hits it enough times, and like it'll count up, and once it reaches like 4 or whatever like that, it will delete after having called or instantiated 3 or 4 of the smaller prefabs.
So you're going to make big
Of it.
prefabs and tiny prefabs?
Doesn't that make sense?
Sounds good. Let's do
Is
it.
that what you would do?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hey, high five.
Okay.
I'm programming.
So put a cube out there.
Hey guys. Ah.
Let's worry about detecting the amount of hits that hit this thing and then just deleting it. And we'll figure out how to make the tiny ones afterwards.
One question.
Yeah.
I know that we did these layer things for the bullet and the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to make sure these are on the bullet layer so that they collide?
They don't need to be. The default bullets and ships collide with the default layer. Which
Okay.
is exactly what we want.
Perfect. That's what I wanted.
That's why I did them on separate things.
Thank
So,
you. Okay. All right. So I have a cube. Hello cube.
Uh-huh.
Add component. New script.
Uh-huh.
Script. It's going to be called
Big story.
big. Hey, both of you, kittens.
You keep doing your thing. I'm taking care of that.
Oh. There is, yeah, Epic Rampage. In Legend of Dungeon, Calvin's hat is in there, and it's seriously OP.
Astropoid.
Astapoid.
Enter. Press out there. Yeah. All right. Get these out of there. No, that.
It doesn't automatically pop it up. It just makes the thing blink when you double click it. That's lame. All right. So,
What kind of things are you gonna need?
Okay, first of all, I'm actually going to need to go back to Unity and make a prefab.
Well, you don't worry about that yet.
I don't?
We'll make a prefab later. Don't worry about that.
Oh, okay. I
What
feel
kind of
like
things
this
does
will
Asteroid
confuse me, but
need? You were talking about having it be hit a couple times.
it needs to have a collider.
Well, it has that.
And then we'll have rigid bodies and stuff like that. We won't worry
Rigid
about
body,
that. Let's worry with
okay.
the code real quick. What kind of things does it need?
It needs an if statement
What
and a
if statement?
counter.
Yeah, okay, so counter. Okay, so
I just made a counter, but this is going to be different because it's counting
Numbers.
collisions.
Yeah. So
How do
let's
I detect a collision?
Well, let's not worry about that just yet.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna need to detect collisions.
What is
I do a rigid body on collision check. Go to Google.
Oh.
Unity rigid body on collision. That'll get you what you want.
Oh, what are you? Computer! Gosh. Okay. Unity collision detection or collider?
on collision.
On collision.
I'm giving you
Boop. On collision enter. I've
Okay.
heard you say those words before.
there it is, right there.
Unity. Void. On collision enter. Collision. For each contact point. Contact in collision.contacts. Debug.drawRay. If collision.relative velocity magnitude is greater than 2, auto.play. What?
Okay, so all you need to know.
On trigger enter is different from on collision enter.
All you need to know is that this gets called, on collision enter is called when the rigid body has begun touching another rigid body. Okay, so
Right.
you just need this function.
Okay.
And then you can run whatever code you want in there.
So
So grab that function out
the on collision enter collision.
there. Yeah.
That doesn't sound like it makes any sense. Hey, Muffinette. Yeah. Okay.
Why
Collision. What does that mean?
Paste it in here. No, not in there. This is a function. On collision enter is a function. We're not calling it. Unity's going to call this. All right, give it its brackets. Make it a full function, you think. Nope. It's a function, like start and update.
Oh, do we need to put void in front of it then?
No?
Oh.
Well, yeah. Did you not copy the void out?
I didn't know what I
Go back. Wait. Stop. Where's your Google?
Let's touch
Look,
rigid body.
look,
That's what's going through
Look
my
at this.
mind,
Look.
Tim.
Look. I
Yeah.
asked you to copy the whole thing out. You didn't do that.
I didn't.
No.
Hey, I
Like
missed
this.
I typed the void in already,
Yeah, but
and
but you missed that part, and then
there
you
needs
need-
to be another one.
Yeah. There you go. Now look at it, lit up just like these.
It was lit up just like that before.
No, it wasn't. So, void
Yeah, okay.
on
Uh-huh.
collision enter. That's the function name.
Right.
And it gets sent something of collision type called collision. A variable called collision.
So that's something that they've named.
Yeah, you can name collision anything. They call it collision, which is what's causing the confusion. Tom, you are nuts right now. Nuts. Cuckoo and the coconut.
All right. So we know that the code inside of here gets called by Unity when two rigid bodies, when something hits this rigid body.
Okay. What? Okay.
So when
Hi.
What don't you know?
I'm this
Mhm.
here.
Mhm.
I need to change right now because it doesn't make sense in my head. So I
Okay,
need to change that first before you can talk to me.
Change it to like C or something like that.
C?
Yeah.
Why?
This is a simple, quick little variable.
C. Why?
No. Like letter C.
What is
Make
that?
it really easy. That's a
Okay.
variable.
That's a
C.
horrible name for variable, but okay. All right.
Collision.
C. All right.
Yes.
I can think about that now.
So
Sorry.
anything could be hitting this asteroid. It could be another asteroid.
Right.
Do you
So
want them to
currently
break
it's
apart when they hit each other?
No.
Okay.
I
You
don't
want them
think
to
so.
bounce off each other or something.
either that or to go through each other.
Well, that's not probably gonna happen. But,
Why not?
Well, okay, it could happen, but that's not the point. So okay, here we go. What we need to know is that you might want them to hit off each other. So let's go back to here, and we need to find out what a collision is. Collision information is passed to collider on collision enter or blah blah blah. So this is what kind of information is passed.
Star, you were instigating this
You
time.
just read that. Don't worry about it.
It just says basically what you exactly read. There's also says see also contact
Oh,
point.
don't worry about that.
All right.
Look at what's
Collider, the collider we hit. Contacts, the contact points generated by a physics engine. Game object, whose collider we are colliding with, which is read only.
Mhm.
Rigid body we hit. This is no, the object we hit is a collider with no rigid body
So-
attached.
So you don't want it to. You don't want it to break apart if it hits another asteroid, but you do want to break apart if it hits a bullet.
Right, and if it hits enough bullets.
Right. Well, we want to do stuff if it hits a bullet. So let's go back to the code. We want this to only run if we hit a bullet.
Okay,
So let's do an if statement because we would do only if.
in the update or inside of here?
Yeah,
Okay.
Because
Just,
this is what's.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay, well,
I'm
you
sorry.
do. You do know what's going on. You just got to think about it.
Okay.
On collision enter is called by Unity when the asteroid gets hit by something. It doesn't know what,
Okay.
but it does because all that information is inside of collision,
Okay.
right? So we just saw the information that's inside of collision.
Does
So
it actually know what hit it?
That's what the C is, collision information.
Okay.
Okay. So we need to make it only do something if it's a bullet, right? So if, then C, because that's our collision information, dot, so it's inside of it. Now, what do we need to know about? Oh, because a game object.
I don't
That's
want the
the-
rigid body?
That's the other game object that it hit. So how do we tell if it's a bullet or not? Let's see what else is inside of that game object. Okay.
Is there like pew
So-
pew somewhere maybe? That'd be nice, right?
Oh, a name.
Oh, interesting.
Well,
Okay.
that's not going to be useful. That
Oh.
would be useful if we weren't instantaneating things. But if you go back to here, This isn't saved, right?
But
We'll go press play and watch this. See bullets in here?
Mm-hmm.
They're called clone.
Right.
That's not going to be good. We don't want that, right? That's annoying. Well, because then we could have to use bullet clone. That's annoying. I'm going to show you something new. Bullet has tags. All the objects have tags.
Untagged. Okay.
They're untagged. It's not a player. It's not. Oh, add a tag. Bullet. Bam. Now we go
Now
back to
it's tagged
bullet.
as bullet.
Bullet. Tag it. Bullet.
Okay. What does that do?
That means that we got an easy thing to check on to see if it's a bullet.
So it's it's like a blog post. You can search and
Yeah, it's like
find
a
bullet.
hashtag. Let's see.
Name.
Tag.
Oh, tag.
Oh, so we've got tag and compare tag.
Hmm.
One is a method, one's a property. What's this one do? It's releases a boolean. Compare tag string.
Oh,
Does that sound useful?
yeah.
Try
So it's
that.
basically a true-false thing right there, which is what an if
Yeah.
statement is.
Perfect.
But I don't understand.
What were we comparing it with?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, what did we make the tag?
What
Wait.
tag does bullet have?
Bullet.
We just did it. Yeah, so there we go. So compare it with bullet. That's a function. Yep. It's looking for a string.
Right. Okay. So if compare tag bullet,
Mm-hmm.
I don't need an equals
Nope.
here.
No, you don't, because
Right.
that's returning a boolean. Very good.
Okay.
All right, so let's finish up that if statement then. Now, for right now, what do you want? Let's do something to make sure it's working.
Okay, in that case. No, whoa, no, not image effect transforms TLDR. Holy potatoes. Print by Jove, she's got it. That should maybe possibly work, maybe. I've been ignoring chat. Hello, chat. Sorry for ignoring you. Trying to do these programming things. I'm actually on a bit of a deadline, so I can't dawdle. No! What did I do wrong?
Symbol error. What did you do wrong? Go back. You can't just.
Oops, I forgot the parentheses.
You just yell at a function and
Put some
I like
factor
yelling at
on it.
functions. I like it. Oh, that's much better. There we go. Yeah, new camera angle. I realized Calvin keeps pointing at the screen. That would probably be good for people to see what he's pointing at a little bit at least. Yeah, he does that a lot.
Go ahead, go back to Unity, test it.
Okay.
Don't
Yeah,
worry,
right.
don't
I'm
read the
sorry.
chat.
I'm a little tired.
Go for it. Play. Shoot at the box.
Will the box actually do anything?
Shoot it.
Oh yeah. By Jove, she's got it.
All right, so there's a couple different things.
Oh, the bullets are bouncing off.
So we gotta do something.
They're
with
gonna
the
need to
bullets.
get deleted too. I can put that code inside the asteroid, can't I?
You could. Let's
Yeah.
try.
I don't know that I have
Look
enough
at the
time. I
bullet.
think it's my hours pretty much up at this point.
All right. Well, you did. You got some progress.
Aw, sorry, sire.
That's
Calvin,
pretty awesome.
Calvin probably gets the urge to grab my keyboard more than, a lot. He's very good at just sitting there being like, all right, so, yeah, what are you going to do?